Follow through on those resolutions is entrepreneur and best-selling author Jennifer Cohen. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. This is exciting. And you are out with this new book. You have coached celebs on building healthy habits, and you're here to help us do the same, right?
I sure am.
Tell us about this book, Bigger, Better, Bolder.
Bigger, Better, Bolder. You got it. It's about people becoming more bold in by the way, we're going to be jumping into 2023. It's about actually people living the life they want, not the life they get, and asking for what they want and being bold. And so because boldness is actually a skill that anybody can learn, you don't have to be born with it.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay, so in this book, you also talk about the magic of the 10% target. Okay, can you kind of explain that for us?
Absolutely. So the 10% target is a way for people to get practice asking for what they want. So a lot of people feel like they're being too pushy sometimes, or they're being aggressive, but actually it's about just asking and basically becoming more accountable to what you actually want to get. So the idea is you're making 10 attempts at whatever you want. So you pick a goal, you pick one thing that you want, and you make 10 attempts at it. And you may not even get the goal, but another opportunity will present itself by going through the process. And it's also just getting people comfortable with failure so they can get more resilient.
That's important, especially nowadays, like it's okay to fail. Get back up again.
Well, it's about reframing what failure is. It's about to me, failure is an attempt. You're making an attempt at something.
Yeah.
And so if people can reframe what failure is, like we don't start doing something because we feel we're scared, we feel like we're not good enough, we're not talented enough, or we just have self-doubt. So if we can kind of get comfortable with like not thinking that way and reframing it in our heads, we tend to do much more with what we want to do.
I like that.
Yes.
Okay, what's the difference between taking a risk and making a bold move? Two different things.
Well, they're different but similar, right? So people can kind of get those two mixed up. When I think of boldness, I think of taking a calculated risk. You don't want to do something that's dangerous or impulsive. That can be, if you have a family of 4, you don't just quit your job. So you've got to be a little bit more deliberate and right?
That makes sense.
Right? And make more bold moves. So it's not about doing something that would be, like I said, that would be dangerous or not good for your entire family, for example.
Yeah.
But it's about the fact that most people tend to not even speak up for themselves because they don't feel like, they always look at someone else and they're like, oh, it's good for that person, but that can't be me. So the idea is that the whole purpose of this book and my whole philosophy is, why not you? Like, what's the worst that can happen? You ask for what you want and someone says no, or you don't get it. You're not any worse off than you were yesterday or that moment, right? So giving people the tools. And the idea behind the book is not just yapping from a white tower, but giving people actionable items that they can do daily to become more bold. So there's a whole like workbook in there, and there's like little things to become bolder every day.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, these practical things are so important because a lot of people, they just get mixed up in everything, and being able to have kind of a to-do list almost.
Well, I think what happens is a lot of people just, they speak, but people who are like coaches, they just tell people to do things. But if that's not your natural personality, it's very difficult. So what my whole approach is that like you could change that particular piece of your personality by doing these small little things. And the idea is if you're not comfortable asking for the big things, like you have to get comfortable with the big things by asking for the little things first.
Ooh, I like that. Little things first. Remember that, people. Okay. Now, this is the time of year, right? A lot of people start their New Year's resolutions right now. Okay, we're 4 days in. What are some of the most common habits that you hear people that want to change? You know, every January 1st that comes around.
Obviously, it's weight loss, right? That's like the big one, right? And that is why, and to me, a big habit, a lot of this is building healthy habits so you can get to your goals, right? And to be the most productive you. And fitness and exercise is one of those things. And the big question I always get is, what's the best type of fitness to do, or what's the best type of exercise?
Yeah.
The truth is, whatever you like to do, right? If I told you to go running, but you hate running, you're never going to run. But I would say that a couple things, like if you're not someone who loves exercise, start with the little small things. I brought these trampolines just because they're fun, they're low impact, and it also helps like change your mental state.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, if they have stress or anxiety, you can just be jumping on these for like a couple minutes.
Let's do this.
I'm like not wearing the right clothes. I'm not wearing like my fitness gear.
I'm not either.
But that's okay.
Okay.
But it's great for just like getting the blood circulating and just kind of making your, kind of just moving your body a little bit. And why I love this also is it, like I said, it changes your mental state. So if you're working for like an hour and you're sitting down, you can like just jump on this for 30 seconds or a minute, get back up to your office, or of course you can just walk. I mean, walking is the best exercise always. But I tell people, if you're not someone who loves to exercise, pick things that are fun, that are easy for your joints, or go walking around your neighborhood and join a 5K, or like get friends, become accountable with other people who have the same goals.
Yeah. No offense to like the CrossFit world, but for me personally, I started CrossFit. It wasn't really for me. I like just going to a gym and lifting.
Yes, me too.
And so it was like discouraging, but like I had to find something that worked for me. Well,
that's the thing, right? Because people like, the problem is right now, there's so much overwhelming information, right? Like if something works for you, it doesn't necessarily work for me. Like meditation, everyone's like about meditation, right? I've tried a million times, right? I cannot do it. Yeah. So for me, my form of meditation is actually running. That's when I get into that flow state. But so like the thing is, you have to try a lot of things, and by trial and error, you find what you like. And so by that's how you end up like doing an actual habit. That's how it becomes a habit. Yeah. You try a lot of things, you find what you like the most or hate the least, and then you do them over and over again. And you even do it when you don't want to. So you can't rely on, oh, I don't feel like it today, or I don't have time today. You've got to create a system that you have non-negotiables and that you do things no matter what. And eventually it becomes your new normal. And that's how you develop a habit, you create the habit, and you keep the habit long term.
You are speaking deep to me right now because I've got a wife and 4 kids, 8 and under, and it's hard. It's hard to kind of grasp life day to day when you got the craziness going on.
It's very hard.
But this is helpful.
And I have 2 kids myself, and so like you have to create the time, right? Like you take a shower in the morning, you have to like maybe find 10, right? Like people like to blow dry their hair in the morning, find 10 minutes to maybe like do something that can also benefit you more than just for your body, but for your mind, right? Because it's the cognitive, it's the focus, it's all the other stuff. It's not just the vanity purposes for physical, it's the mental that you get from working out as well.
Wow. Well, I blow dry my hair 10 minutes a day. So.
Well, but not you, maybe not you, but I'm saying if people can find time for these other things, they can find time for this as well.
Exactly.
No excuses.
Mindfulness. Can we talk about a mindfulness exercise that we can kind of show people?
Yes. So what I was saying, like how I was using this as like how to kind of tweak your mental state if you feel anxious. Another really good one that's super easy, doesn't require any equipment, is just breathing. Okay. Right? So you can take one big inhale in for 4 seconds, and then hold for 4 seconds, and then exhale for 4 seconds. Okay. And you can do that 4 times, 5 times, and it totally changes. It calms your nervous system. It helps with anxiety. It helps with stress, and anybody can do it. And the reason why, again, I love this one is because a lot of times if you are uncomfortable asking for whatever you want and being bold, you can kind of take that moment, breathe, and then go for it. And you can be brave for 20 seconds and go for whatever it is you want. So there are a lot of these little like tricks that you can do, like mind tricks, brain tricks, little things, little hacks that can help you get to your goal.
I love it. Don't forget to breathe.
Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to breathe, please.
Yeah. Last quick question here. Do you have resolutions yourself for this new year, 2023?
That's yes, I do have a lot of resolutions, but I don't start them on January 1st. My whole thing is, why wait until January 1st? I have them through the year, and then I just go right into it. Like, I don't want to wait or have that day where it's like, okay, I'm just going to be this way until X day and then start. I start right away because why not? That's what being bold is all about, right?
Yeah. That's what my wife told me. She's like, no resolutions this year because I just I think it's important to just do it when you feel it.
I have people should have these people should want to grow and have these resolutions as they see them. But that requires taking a moment for yourself once in a while, having that having that self-awareness and being like, what do I want to work on? What do I like? What do I don't? What do I need to improve upon? Right? And then just kind of taking action.
Wow.
I'm all about action. I'm very action oriented.
I love
Yes.
it. Thank you so much. I mean, this was so helpful to me, and I know to a lot of our viewers out there.
I hope so. Thank you.
Yes, Jennifer, thank you so much. Still helping you stick to your New Year's resolutions. We want to get to don't forget her book. Don't forget her book.
Don't forget my book. Don't forget my book.